Okay, in the previous sum we saw, in the previous video we saw like 2 to 3 standard type of the questions, and now we're moving little ahead, like numerator and the denominator, or it's like the fraction type of question. So let's read the question. What the question? The sum of numerator and the denominator of a positive fraction is 16. Okay, now here is the key. If the sum of the numerator and the denominator is 16, that means let's say the numerator be x, so the denominator will going to be, obviously the sum is 16, so the denominator has to be 16 minus x. ये simple चीज है, बहुत सारे लोगों को बहुत difficult लगती है, बहुत simple चीज है. So like total was 16, out of that the numerator is x, so obviously the remaining part will become 16 minus x will go in the denominator. I hope you understood these two lines, isn't it? If 3 is added to both numerator and the denominator, so in that case the fraction will become x upon 16 minus x. Now if you'll add 3 over here and 3 both in numerator and the denominator, the new fraction will become x plus 3 and 13 minus x, or else 16 minus x plus 3. I'm so sorry, not 13, 19 minus x. Got it? If you'll add that 3 both numerator and the denominator, what happened? The fraction is increased by 1 upon 18. Fraction is increased by 1 upon 18 means what? The new fraction, what we frame, x plus 3 upon 19 minus x, is increased. That means from the old fraction, it has increased to 1 by 18. So the new fraction minus old fraction is equal to 1 by 18. I hope you understood how to frame the equation. Now x plus 3 upon 19 minus x minus x upon 16 minus x will give you 1 upon 18. And now how to do this question? Simple. We've done already this type of question in exercise 5.2, if you remember, isn't it? So do this cross multiplication, this with this, minus this into this 19 minus x, whole thing upon this 19 minus x into 16 minus x, which equals to 1 upon 18. And now यहाँ पर binomial into binomial, what will happen? 16x minus x square plus 48 minus 3x. Be careful while opening the second bracket because there is minus sign. So minus 19x and minus x into minus x plus x square. This is like very standard place where you should be very careful. And the denominator will become 19 into 16, 304 minus 19x minus 16x plus x square, which equals to 1 by 18. And now you can do, guys, just cross multiplication here and here. Okay, some people are asking, sir, did not understood this first part. Okay, no problem. The fraction was what? X upon 16 minus x. X upon 16 minus x, because that was the numerator and that was the denominator. If we'll add 3, both numerator and the denominator, it will become x plus 3, and this will become 19 minus x. And now this is what is mentioned. The fraction is increased by 1 upon 18. Which fraction? Of obviously by adding 3, the fraction will increase, isn't it? So this is larger than the old one. So new minus old is equal to 1 by 18. I hope you understood. And then basic things like just cross multiplication. I hope you got till here. Okay, now some steps has been like, we'll have to see very carefully. This x square and x square will get cancelled. Okay, then this will become, okay, 16x, 16x minus 3x, 13x minus 19x will become 35x, isn't it? Okay, one second, something going wrong. Okay, this is 16 and this will become 21. So 21 plus 16, 42x, is it? One second. So we'll have to take this 18 on this numerator part, and then this denominator will go to the right hand side. I hope you're getting it till here. Everything's perfectly happening perfectly. 18 into, look at this, constant, will write it out 48 as it is. Then x square term will get cancelled. So this will become 13x minus 19x. So minus 6x, which equals to, this denominator part has come to the right hand side. So 304 minus 35x plus x square. Now if we multiply this 18 with this whole bracket, it will become 864 minus 108x, which equals to 304 minus 35x plus x square. I hope you are following. This is my cursor. Please follow this cursor very carefully. Now this we'll have to write down in this ax square plus bx plus c format, isn't it? So x square, I wrote it over here, minus 108, when it will come out this side, it will become plus 108x. So plus 108 minus 35 will become plus 73x. And this 304, if we'll shift other side, it will become minus 560 is equal to 0. I hope you understood till here perfectly. X square plus 73x minus 560 is equal to 0. And now student, it's time to move ahead. So now we'll have to split that 560, negative 560, whose sum is positive 73. That is 87 is a 560. So x square plus 80x minus 7x minus 560, which equals to 0. Now take it out x common. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. Take it out x common, x plus 80. Take it out minus 7 common, x plus 80, which equals to 0. And now x minus 7, one second, x minus 7 and x plus 80 is equal to 0. So either x plus 80 would be 0 or x minus 7 would be 0. So this is how students forget to write is equal to 0. And then x is equal to negative 80 or x is equal to 7. But उन्होंने clearly mention किया है the fraction is positive. So can numerator be negative 80? Of course not. So this would be rejected. Why this would be rejected? As the numerator cannot be negative. As numerator cannot be negative. You understood, guys? So x is equal to 7. So the other part would be, denominator would be 16 minus x, which is 16 minus 7, which is 9. So the fraction will going to be 7 upon 9. I hope you understood, guys. Hence the fraction is 7 upon 9. It is little, one second, 7 upon 9. Did you guys get it? How the fraction has become 7 upon 9? Because the numerator is 7 and the denominator is 9. I hope you guys understood everything perfectly. Keep writing this question, guys. Keep writing. A train travels a distance of 300 kilometers at a constant speed. If the speed of the train is increased by 5 kilometers per hour, the journey would have taken 2 hours less. Find the original speed of the train. Now, if you're not finished, guys, you can pause the video and you can copy paste this entire question systematically in your book and then only start writing along with my explanation. Okay. If the questions are not there in your book, you will not understand during the examination. Now, let's move ahead. How to do this type of question? There are various methods, guys. There are various methods to do this type of questions. But I love this box method. This box helps you a lot. Okay. Say first of all लिखा है train, एक होता है normal speed, एक होता है fast speed. Because a train travels a distance 300 kilometers. So पहले लिखेंगे distance, speed and time. Distance, speed and time. ये लिख के हो गया distance, speed and time. Now time का formula distance upon speed, isn't it? See, what we have to find? Find the original speed. So let's say the original speed is x kilometer per hour. Now understand, guys, if the speed is x kilometer per hour and the distance the train has to travel 300 kilometer, so what will be the time taken by the train? Distance upon speed, that is 300 upon x. Are you getting it? Hours. This would be in hours. Please write down over here hours. I don't know how, whether I can write or not. Hours. Okay. Okay, now what is happening if the speed of the train is increased by 5 km/h? That means the speed, I'll go in the speed column of the new column, fast speed. Okay, x plus 5. Why x plus 5? Because the speed is increased by 5. If the speed would have been decreased, I would have minus x minus 5. Are you getting it? Why x plus 5? Because it is increased. Obviously, the distance is same, 300 kilometers. So what will be the time taken by the train? Obviously 300 upon x plus 5, isn't it? Now some people directly write this minus 2 over here, which is wrong. Okay, that 2 hours will utilize somewhere. Hold on. Now understand. So let's say this is 10 hours and this is 8 hours. Why 8 hours? Because obviously the speed is higher. The more the speed, lesser the time. More the speed, lesser the time. More the speed, lesser the time. So here the speed is more, that means the time is less, isn't it? That means this fraction, the normal speed, the normal time minus original time, normal time minus original time, like the new time, or else the 300 upon x, that's the original time, minus the new time is equal to 2 hours. I hope you understood why. Because originally it was taking 300 upon x hours, that was large because the speed was low. And the moment speed has increased, obviously the time will decrease. So that 300 upon x plus 5 is lesser than 300 upon x. You understood why, how these fractions have subtracted, and that is equal to 2 hours. Now this is little tricky. If this would have been given like say 1.5 hour or 30 minutes, nothing to worry guys. In that case, this is in hour, this is in hour, so this also has to be in hours. Please note that. Okay, so if this is in minutes, write down that minutes upon 60. That's how it get converted into hours. Is it simple? Now take it out 300 common, 1 upon x minus 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 2. Now you can do the cross multiplication, x plus 5 minus x upon x square plus 5x, which equals to 2. Now you can divide this by 2, so it will become 150 into 5, which equals to x square plus 5x. This positive x and negative x got cancelled. 300 into 5, 1500 divided by 2 cut to the 750 and this denominator has come to the right hand side, x square plus 5x. I hope you understood this till here, all the steps, and then it will become x square plus 5x minus 750 is equals to 0. I hope you finished writing till here. Am I going really fast? Not at all. Thank you. Show thumbs up. Yes. Yes. Okay, I hope you understood till this quadratic equation. And now it's very simple. 750 के दो factor whose sum is going to be 5. So 25 and 30. 30 into 25 will give you 750 and the sum will become positive 5. So x square plus 30x minus 25x minus 750 is equals to 0. I hope you are following the steps. Then take out x common, x plus 30, take out minus 25 common, x plus 30, which equals to 0. Take out x plus 30 common outside, so x minus 25 is equal to 0 and x plus 30 is equal to 0. So when the product of the two numbers is 0, x plus 30 would be 0 or x minus 25 would be 0. The next part, if x minus 25 is 0, that means x is 25, or if x plus 30 is equal to 0, that means x is negative 30. Now, can speed be negative? Negative 30 kilometer per hour? No, not possible. So we'll have to write it on this rejected. I hope you understood why we are writing this rejected. As speed cannot be negative. So guys, remember that whenever you reject particular value, you will have to write the reason, because reason carries marks. Reason ko marks hai. Are you guys getting it? So the original speed of the train will become 25 kilometer per hour. I hope you understood. Finish writing this quickly. I'll give you pause for 2 minutes, or else you can pause the video till here and you can finish quickly. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay guys, now we've finished time and speed, or speed, time, distance sum we finished. Now it's time to move ahead with the next type of question, that is something called as time and work. Very interesting concept guys, very interesting, and most favorite topic of most of the examiners. So what is the question? Let's move. A takes 10 days less than the time taken by B to finish a piece of work. A take 10 days less than the time taken by B to finish a piece of work. If both A and B together can finish it in 12 days, find the time taken by B to finish the work. Now how to do? So let's say there are two people, A and a B. See guys, this table method works like amazingly. Please follow these tables, okay? If you're not following, no problem. You can ask me anytime. So A takes 10 days less than B. So let's say A takes X days. So B will going to take obviously X plus 10 days because A takes 10 days less than that, isn't it? Or else you can assume B taking X days and A taking X minus 10 days. However you find the equation is simple. I find always positive is like way better to handle. So A is X, so B is X plus 10. Now if we imagine Karde, if I finish one chapter say in 3 classes, so in one class how much I'll finish? 1/3. In 2 classes, 2/3. And in 3 classes, 3/3, which is 1 by 1. Isn't it? That is 1. So if A finish one work in X days, in one day how much work he'll be able to do? Obviously 1 upon X, isn't it? In one day, how much A will be able to do? 1 upon X work. And B, how much work he'll be able to do? 1 upon X plus 10. I hope you are understanding. Why 1 upon X? Because if something is happening in X days, in one day it will happen 1 upon X. In 2 days, 2 upon X. In 3 days, 3 upon X. Are you guys getting it? So simple. B is taking X plus 10 days. So in one day, he'll be able to do 1 upon X plus 10. And now understand. If together they take 12 days, that means in one day, how much they'll do? 1 upon 12. In one day, how much they'll be do? 1 upon 12. Isn't it? So their one day works we can add. A's one day work plus B's one day work would become 1 upon X plus 1 upon X plus 10, and together their one day work would become 1 upon 12. I hope you understood how this equation has framed. Everyone got it? Show thumbs up. Show thumbs up. Anyone has doubt? Please raise your hand. Okay, that's nice. Almost everyone is showing thumbs up. Okay. Okay, some people have doubts. Okay. A's one day work is 1 upon X. B's one day work is 1 upon X plus 10. So together they finish in 12 days. So one day work would be 1 upon 12. So together A and B's one day work would be 1 upon X plus 1 upon X plus 10. And now it's simply solving part. X plus 10 plus X upon X into X plus 10 is equal to 1 upon 12. Now go on writing this. I hope you understood this, how to solve. X plus 10 plus X upon X into X plus 10 is equal to 1 upon 12. Now just do the cross multiplication. So 12 into 2X plus 10, which equals to X squared plus 10X. I hope you understood till here. This will become 24X plus 120, which equals to X squared plus 10X. Now we'll frame the equation. How to frame the equation? X squared, please get this 24X on the other side, it will become negative 14X, negative 120, which equals to 0. Now we want two factor of 120, whose negative 120, whose sum will going to be negative 14. What will be that? Simple, 26, isn't it? So negative 20 and positive 6. So x square minus 20x plus 6x minus 120 is equals to 0. Now take it out, x common from the first two terms, x minus 20 plus 6 common, x minus 20, which equals to 0. I hope you understood till here. Then x plus 6 or x minus 20 is equal to 0. When the product of the two numbers is 0, either of them has to be 0. So x minus 20 is equal to 0 or x plus 6 is equal to 0. So if x minus 20 is 0, that means x is equal to 20 or x is equal to minus 6. So minus 6 will have to reject. Why minus 6 will have to reject? Because days cannot be negative. Because days, number of days what A can complete the work cannot be negative. Therefore, A is taking, let's say, 20 days. Isn't it? So B will going to take x plus 10. That is 20 plus 10, 30 days. Hence, time taken by B would be 30 days and time taken by A would be 20 days. I hope you understood till here perfectly. Anyone has any doubts or difficulties? Okay, we have to, what we have to find? Find time taken by B. So time taken by B would be x plus 10. So 20 plus 10, 30 days. So 30 days that B will get to take. I hope you understood till here perfectly. Sure. Okay, guys. Now it's time to move something like square type of questions. So we'll have to think about these questions very carefully. Read the question. See, whenever students see long questions like 4, 5 line questions, they skip it. Don't do that. Read very carefully. In an auditorium, the number of rows were equal to the number of seats. Means what? Say suppose if there are 5 rows, then if there are 5 rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. And obviously if there are 5 rows, that means they are trying to tell in each row there are 5 chairs. So how many chairs will happen? 5 into 5, 5 square. Are you understanding? So in an auditorium, the number of rows was equal to the number of seats. Now each row, okay, when the number of rows were doubled, now if 5 were doubled to 10, are you understanding? Number of rows are getting double, matlab 2 into x. Are you getting it? So the number of seats in each row was reduced by 10. Matlab, the number of seats would say suppose earlier were x, now it will become x minus 10. The total number of the seats are increased by 300. How many rows were there? Also find the number of seats in the auditorium after rearrangement. Okay, I'll just show you these with the with the what do we say, the column meter, rows and column meter, or else the table format. One second, hold on guys. I'll just take this question on another screen. Hold on. Suppose this is the question. Okay. Now how to do this question when we are supposed to do with the rows and column, the table format. Okay. So see, there are first of all given in an auditorium. In an auditorium, the number of rows was equal. Okay. So I'll just draw the case. Case one, case two. So first of all, we'll have to write it down over here. The rows. Then there would be columns, and then there would be total chairs. Okay? So, or total seats. In an auditorium, the number of rows, suppose there are x rows. This is case one. Okay. If number of rows are equal to the number of seats. Okay, the columns are nothing but the number of seats in each row. So obviously they are same. So the total chairs will going to be, or total seats will going to become x square. I hope you are understanding this case one. And now case two, what is happening? Case two, the rows are getting doubled. So it will become 2x. And the number of seats in each row are reduced by 10. That means it will become x minus 10. So what will be the total chairs? 2x into x, 2x square minus 20x, minus 20x. I hope you understood. I just multiplied this with this. That gives you this, isn't it? The number of rows into the number of columns will give the total number of the seats or the chairs in that particular auditorium. So these were original chairs, and these were the new number of chairs after doing this rearrangement. Are you getting it? And now thus what had happened, the total number of the seats have increased by 300. These are 300 more than these. That means this minus this is equal to 300. That means what? 2x square minus 20x minus x square is equal to 300. I hope you understood how to solve this. So x square minus 20x minus 300 is equal to 0. And now I'm giving you this sum as a homework to you all to solve. And once you are done with this question, you're going to get the value of x. So how many rows are there? That is that x, whatever the value you're going to get. Please remove that or reject the negative one. Also find the number of seats in the auditorium after rearrangement. Matlab, we have to find two things. One is this, the number of rows, that is your first answer. And the second one, number of seats in the auditorium after rearrangement. Matlab, we'll have to supposed to find 2x square minus 20x also. Understood? These two things will complete. So see you in the next video with another new interesting sum. Till then, bye bye.